Where's my bell? I cannot start this live without my bell. Hold up, hold up. Welcome to another live, but it's not a live unless we have the Photo Booth 101 bell. Here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we go. Okay, we got a great live today. Today we're talking about making money with your photo booth. Straight to the point. Making money does not need to be taboo. I know a lot of people have a hard time discussing this. Money is important to talk about, and I want to talk about all the types of ways you guys can make money with the photo booth. And I'm going deep. I'm diving into the tank. I'm going to give you guys every single way I know personally to make money with the booth. Laura, what's up, Laura? Jovan, is the old iPad 10-inch too small for an iPad photo booth? If it fits your booth, it fits your booth. That's a question you need to ask the manufacturer. It depends. Is it a great iPad to use? Not really. It's small. Usually bigger is better, but if that's the iPad you have that you want to rock with, if it fits, it fits. What's great about iPads, you're not really buying an iPad for photo quality. So a lot of people think, yeah, I have the biggest, newest iPad, that my photos are going to be tremendously better than the one that only has 7 megapixels. The answer is not really. That's not true. The sensors are so small that lighting is the most important thing. So, Great Moblaze, what's up, friend? Good to see you, good to see you. So let's just go right into this. What are all of the ways that I know that you can make money from a rental business? I'm gonna go through all of them, okay? And if you guys are interested in something, maybe you haven't heard of it, if you want me to dive in deep, or if you have a specific question, ask me. Let's start off with what you normally know. The thing that most people offer is setting up a photo booth and staying. The photo booth attendant. This is what most people do. You literally, you get hired, you bring a photo booth, you stay there, you watch it, you help guests, and you attend it, the attendant. Then you have the photo booth drop off, where you get paid money to set up a photo booth and you leave. It's unattended. Then you have the photo booth pickup. One of my favorite rentals, where a customer comes to you, they pick up the equipment, they take it, they set it up, they break it down, they bring it back. You have ways to make money called white labeling. White labeling is where you get a lead, and instead of you working that job, you find another photo booth operator to work it for you. Easiest money you'll probably make, to be honest, because imagine this. If I get a lead, and someone's like, hey, we want to book your photo booth. I give them a price. I say, hey, for what you want, $600 for that event. If they say yes, perfect. Let me just double check that we do have availability. I'll hang up the phone. I'll call, I have a full network of photo booth owners. I'll try to find someone that's cheaper than what I'm charging. And this is where you make the money, is when you find people cheaper than you to work it. But don't go too cheap, because when you go too cheap, cheap isn't good. Very, very rarely is cheap good. So you can have someone work it for you. Maybe you make $200, maybe you make $50, but they do all the work. If you want to find somebody and have them do it for less than what they normally charge, maybe instead of just trying to get them to lower the price, maybe you do some of the work for them. Maybe, hey, do this event. I know you normally charge $500, but if we made the template, we had the contracts, would you be a little bit flexible? I know some photo booth operators that are like, hey, I don't have to make the template. For sure, keep 50 extra bucks. But the beautiful thing about white labeling is that person does the job, but you get all of the benefits for the future work. We got 27 people here. You guys, shout out to you joining the live. Good to see you guys. So you keep all of the blessings that come from that event. All future bookings, you're the ones that are getting all of the leads. If there's any tips involved, like after the event, that is the only thing you probably shouldn't keep. So if they tip you for service, it's a good idea to give it to the white label partner. But all of the things that will come from it, like future bookings, reviews, all of that, you get. So how cool is this backdrop, huh? We're going to have some fun here in a little bit, so stick around, guys. We gave away some stuff last time we went live. So how else can you make money with your photo booth? This is probably one you guys weren't expecting me white label, great advice. Okay, before I move on, what about some type of contract? Great freaking question. contracts are really good to have with the white label partner. So we actually sell a white label contract for you to use with another photo booth owner or vice versa. And that contract covers things like, hey, just letting you know you are doing this event for my company. You don't hand out your business cards, you represent us. It goes over like what roles are for what person. When it comes to getting the contract signed from the client, so like let's just say my friend, you're Great Mobilize. Let's just say you're doing the event for me. I'm the one that's getting my client to sign the contract. It's not your duty. And if you guys look, I'm Christian, but there's a lot of things that I can appreciate that Muslims do, and a lot of things that are in the Quran. One thing I love that's in the Quran, I don't know exactly, don't quote me from this, but there's a passage in there that says, pay your workers before the sweat on their face dries. Meaning, hold on, salute your snorts. I'm gonna set up my 360 on the malls. Oh, appreciate you. You just sent me $2. I appreciate the money, but you guys don't have to send me any money. You just being here commenting is enough to save your money, you guys. Trust me. I appreciate the gesture, but like, you don't do that. You don't have to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna set up my 360 on the mall. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. If there's a lot of foot traffic, I mean, I don't know. Are you planning on salute your snorts? Are you planning on charging people to use it, or will you be getting paid by the mall or by a business? But back to what I was saying. Make it as easy as possible for the people that are working for you. Pay them soon. If that means that they get paid before you do, so be it. Make it as easy as possible for them. That way, when their phone rings, right? If I'm giving people jobs for my company, I'm the one white labeling events to others. I want people to smile and get excited when my number comes. Because not only are they going to make money, but they see the call, they're also going to be like, I'm going to get paid right away, and this is going to be a good experience for me. Love from India. What? Shout out to India. That's awesome. So white labeling is definitely one way to level your business, and I highly recommend it. So salute your snorts, charging $10 per person. Okay, I'm so grateful you're here. So this segues us to another way to make money with your photo booth. It's called pay per play. This is what Salute is promoting, that they're gonna literally set up their photo booth at a mall and charge people to use it. Here's why this is a little risky. It's a little risky because let's just say you set up your photo booth on a day where there's not a lot of people going out. Maybe there's not a lot of people in the mall. If you're only getting paid from people using your booth, there is potential for you to make basically nothing. Maybe 5 people use it, but even at $10 a pop, $50 is not enough to make worth all of the work you put through. But on the other side of it, what if you pick a day to go to the mall and you pick the right mall and it's so damn busy? Let's just say, at $10 a pop, maybe you get 50 people an hour. That's $500 an hour. It could even be more, but it's a risk. So if you're doing pay per play, my big piece of advice is make sure you guys are picking places with a lot of people. More people, the more chances of them using it. And what I love about the 360 and charging people for it is that it costs almost nothing to let them use the photo booth. No print cost, no trading card, anything. It's it's basically free at that point, right? So I love that. Darcy, what's WSP mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, what's up? That's what's up. Okay, what's up? User unknown. I never make my white label partners wait for their payment. Let's go. Yeah, you guys, make it as easy as possible. That was me. Good morning, Drew and team from Philippines. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. I always love your comments. That was me. It literally is my favorite thing. When you leave a comment and you're like, I missed the live, or you're saying what's up. Hopefully one day we get to meet in person. That'll be a dream for sure. Ali, go. What's up, Ali? Just another day. Fuck, man, am I that old? I don't know what this stuff means. What is SBAU? Are you trolling me? Shut your bitch ass up. I know that's what that means, huh? Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny. Jess, Hey, Drew from London, England. What's this channel about? What's up, Jazz? Anything and everything related to business, and not just business in general, but to me, it's Hustle with Drew. I like to show you guys how I'm making money, and for the last 3 years, it's been strictly photo booth, because we live in an age where the photo booth business has never been easier. There's never been a better time to start. So for the last few years, I've been heavily focused on helping people start their photo booth business. Before the photo booth stuff, like I was teaching people in Photo Booth 101, I was showing people on this channel how to make money with the giant game rental business, showing people how to make money on Etsy, showing people my mobile car wash business. I've done it all. I've done a lot of businesses. I still think we have a solid year or two in the photo booth business before you really do start noticing a lot of saturation. And I can dive into this. I can give you guys my exact reason why I think we're in a golden era for photo booth owners. If you want, just put the word golden. If we get 3 people to say that, I'll tell you guys why I think there's never been a better time. All right. Shout out to London. Salute your snorts. I was thinking of costumes like One Piece, Demon Slayer, and prop. Yep, I love that. Go for that. That's huge. Yeah, he's talking about a 360 experience with popular props, especially like the Pokemon stuff, Demon Slayer, super popular. And I think that a lot of people at the mall would be those type of people that are into that anime and all that stuff. Dana, what's up from Tampa? Love it, love it. Jazz, oh, interesting. I'm in the process of launching 2 businesses. Let's go. All right, Golden, that was me just another day, Golden, and then Dana, Golden. Okay, here we go. I don't like saying this over and over again because what I'm about to say could get me, technically, the algorithm here, these words. The year 2020, we all remember that, right? 2020. Remember what happened there back in March 2020. World shuts down, no one's going out, no one's having parties, no events, nothing is happening. So, for a solid 1.5 to 2 years, no events. Guess what that means? If there's no events, there's no money to be made with photo booths. And don't get me wrong, some people tried. You know, software companies made touch-free software options where you wave your hand, the photo booth will start taking photos. But like most people weren't doing that. So you have for about 2 years of people selling equipment and getting out of the business. I'd say roughly 80% of the industry was done. Your Uncle Drew almost gave up. I almost sold everything. But here's my blessing, was that the equipment I had 5 years ago when this happened was stuff I built myself that had no real resale value. And maybe if I owned photo booths from Photo Booth Supply Co., I could have sold those. But these are booths I literally made in my backyard. So no one wanted to buy them, right? They didn't look good. There was no manufacturer warranty. It's just Uncle Drew with some wood, some paint, and just a creativeness. So that was my blessing, is that I wasn't able to sell them. I tried. I actually tried. So 2 years, no events, everyone quitting, everyone giving up. When the world got back on track, roughly the beginning of 2023, maybe 2022 a little bit, people started wanting to book photo booths because normal business as usual. So now, that's not even that long ago. What, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? There's not enough photo booth owners as there are events. And as every year goes by, in American culture, I know some of you guys are in Europe and stuff, but like it's like, okay, you're having a big life accomplishment. Okay, there's got to be a party. Okay, at this party, is there a photo booth? Is it a big party? Are we going all out? So like more people want photo booths and there's not enough, there's a lot of demand, but not enough supply. And I think in the next 2 years, we're going to see that demand go high, but you're also seeing a lot more people get into it. So anyone that's starting today, or at least next year, you're going to be able to capitalize on how easy it is to grow your business. I know people literally that I'm selling photo booths to that are doing the bare minimum, that are 2, 3, 4 photo booths in. Literally just posting on social media and just doing the bare minimum. This wouldn't have happened and been that easy post 2020. But now it's super easy. And I'm grateful for that. And the day where I don't think that there's a big opportunity with the photo booth stuff, you're not going to see me talking about it as much. I'm going to probably shift my mind to the next thing to make some extra money, and that's just how I am. I'll always love the photo booth business, and I'm always going to be making a ton of money with the photo booth business because I established my business before the saturation. And you guys can do the same to where, let's just say you start today or you started a month ago, whatever, a year ago. If you can build your client list up before the saturation happens, it doesn't matter what happens to the market. Let me say that again. If you build your business before we hit that peak, it's not going to matter. Want to know why? Because you can literally scale your business and grow, have your business to where your past customers are taking care of you. Think about it. Repeat customers. Do not go back onto Facebook or Google to look for another photo booth company. Even if the price goes down, it doesn't matter. You have Joe Smith. Let's just say you do his event, you do his wedding next weekend. If you do a good job, Joe's always gonna hire you. He's not gonna sit there and look at the market and see what people are charging. So like, build your business now and jump on this opportunity while it's here. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Comments. Love that. Jess just launched a wedding videography company and a custom jewelry business, as my wife is a trained goldsmith. So I'm gonna make the most of her skill set. I love it, but here's my advice, you guys. And you're talking to somebody that's like, look at my channel, Hustle with Drew. I'm always showing you guys all of these different hustles. There was one time on this channel where I was doing 6 different things. 6 different things. One piece of advice I got from somebody that I really, I mean, I'll just say, Josh from Photo Booth International told me one time, he goes, bro, you're doing a lot of things. Why don't you just focus on one thing? And I'm like, in my mind, when he told me that, I'm like, I don't know this guy. Why is this guy giving me advice like we're like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you know, I didn't want to take the advice. But then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, this guy's killing it. Like, this guy's multi-millionaire. His business is set up perfectly, and he's crushing it. I was like, let me focus on making content and doing business on one thing. So I really started focusing more on the photo booth stuff, and he was absolutely right. You know, and then my other mentor, well, Josh isn't a mentor, but I have a mentor, and my mentor said, he goes like, do you want to be kind of good at a lot of things, or wouldn't you rather be great and exceptional at one thing? So that's kind of what we focused on. I stopped really focusing on the game rentals. I kind of stopped focusing on all the other stuff, and all of this advice, I'm telling you guys, I went from making about 60,000 a year with the photo booth stuff to really honing in and becoming a true professional, and we did 128. So I made that jump, and it's totally possible with you guys. And I'm talking about with 0 employees, by the way. So I love the fact, Jess, that you have all of that going on, but sometimes if you have too many businesses and 2 different things, you're not going to be known for one thing. You'll be known for a lot of things, and you make a lot more money when you're known to be great than just good. All right, DJ Randy, good evening, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good evening. Mark, how do you get leads? Okay, getting leads isn't as hard as people think. This is the name of the game. A lead is when you have someone interested in your business, interested in your services. You can get, the best way to get leads is through networking, which isn't the most appealing thing to talk about. Shout out to all 23 people here. So like, networking is unattractive because it makes you have to be vulnerable. You have to be able to talk to somebody, build a relationship, build trust, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it's the most rewarding. Remember, you guys, if you can find a way to do the things that are uncomfortable, and you make yourself uncomfortable by doing these things, you then soon become comfortable. But these uncomfortable things initially are the things that separate from you from the average person with a photo booth. Most photo booth operators don't want to call venues. They don't want to reach out to wedding planners. And they sure as hell don't want to reach out to other photo booth owners to work with them. But it's the easiest and best customers you can get. Think about this. If you're a photo booth company that lives off Facebook Marketplace and you're doing all the bare minimum things, you're going to have terrible clients, and you're going to have clients that don't appreciate what you do. They only care about your low price. That's a terrible business to have. I used to kind of be in that tier. All of my leads when I first started off were Craigslist. These people didn't care about pricing. They only cared about pricing. They didn't care about the quality. They didn't care about my experience. None of that. But once we started networking and we really focus on ads on Google and a presence on Google, the best types of clients, clients that want the best. They don't care what it costs, right? They don't care if it's, they actually allow you to be creative. They actually allow you to make their experience better. And when you're on Facebook Marketplace, I'm telling you, all they care about is price. That's it. That's a bad place to be. And they're always, look, the cheapest people are the hardest people to please. It's not that corporate event that's paying you $2,000. It's that one person that wants you to do the event for $200. That is going to give you that headache. Any thoughts on when peak saturation will hit? Honestly, I think we have about 2 years. 2 years from let's just say little less than 2 years. I think we're gonna really notice it's not gonna be as easy as it is today. So I'd give it 2 years before I think we hit peak saturation. Yeah. And it's not just me. You can literally go to ChatGPT and it can give you some data there. You can literally look at the data. Every single year, there's more people entering the business. And again, I'm not here to scare you guys, but I'm here to kind of scare you. So you actually start growing your business. And again, look, I know this is hustle with Drew, and I always talk about hustles, but this is a business move. Focus on getting as many events done as you can and consistently. Speed is everything, and that's why I love the photo booth drop-off. Look, with the saturation timer, let's just say it's 2 years. My goal is to get as many events in as possible. And I'm telling you guys, look, I know this is talking about all types of rentals. We did 34 pickups in 1 month. I've done fucking 40 drop-offs in a month. And maybe you squeeze in an extra 3 events where I have to stay. So in reality, if I'm able to do 50, maybe 60 events in 1 month, that's what some people do in a whole year. So I am some 12 times more events than the average person because I'm evolving myself to do more types of rentals. So if it does get saturated, I know that I've done everything I can to get as many repeat customers as possible. And the types of events we're focusing on are the events that don't take my time, that allow me to do more than one event in a day. So most photo booth operators only do photo booth attendant, where they show up, provide service, and that's all cool. I know everyone has egos and everyone wants to justify, well, I'm a part of my business and me being an attendant is the sell. That's cool and all. You know what's cooler though, is to do 10 events total in a day. I will pick that over being an attendant, promoting my business at that event, because when it's all said and done, imagine how many bookings you'll get from 10 events versus just one. How many more reviews you'll have, how many more experience you'll have. It's the way to go for sure. Yeah. All right. Walid El Bulak. What? What does that mean? Salute your snorts. I saw the overhead 360 also. I don't know if you talked about that. Yeah. I think the overhead 360 is a lot safer, obviously, right? No one's going to fall off the platform and no one's going to usually get hit with that. But again, look, like I got a lot of shit for ranking the 360 booth so low, because I did rank the photo booths in a previous video. I think we did that on a podcast. But like the 360, why are we calling it a photo booth? It's not a photo booth. It's a trend. And I don't think people like to hear that, right? And I get it. You can have a 360 booth and make money, but like you don't have a business. You're literally, it's a hustle. It's a trend. It's a trend, man. And you can't convince me that a 360 booth will be requested in 10 years, 15 years. But you can convince me, and I will agree with you, that a photo booth will always be around. Just my own opinion, guys. We don't all have to agree here. It's okay. It's okay. Unknown user, Drew, quick story. A couple weeks ago on one of your live videos, I met a guy in your chat and told him to reach out to me if he wanted to chat about business. We ended up doing a job together. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. I love that. And I sent him out for a white label yesterday. Okay, I hope the rest of the story is good. Did I pre-tap the bell too fast? I go on Thumbtack, Bark, and Gigs Salad sometimes. Man. Salute. I hate to break the news to you. I'm not a fan of those. Bark and Gig Salad to me seem fake, like scams. Thumbtack, I don't have too much opinion there, but like there's something very suspicious about Bark and Gig Salad. If you guys really want to put your effort into something, I'm telling you, level up your Google presence. Google SEO, Google search engine optimization. Basically means when someone goes to Google and they type in photo booth rental or photo booth, whatever city you're in, right? How high are you close to number one? That's something we should be focusing our time on. Trust me, you guys, Gig Salad and Bark. Try it out if you don't believe me. These leads seem fake. And I don't want to get sued. These are my own opinions. I could be wrong. But my opinion is it's fake. PBLA Booth. What's up, family? The Mosquito Guy. Monte, Mosquito Guy's on the chat. What's up, Mosquito Guy? Had my first $900 gig this week, or last week. High-T printer was humming all night. $150 cash tip. Thanks for all the edumacation. Let's freaking go. W in the chat. Let me pin this comment here. You made over $1,000 in one night's work. If this isn't motivating you guys, $1,000 in one night's work. You guys, some people will work a whole week to make that. And that's a decent job, like an okay job. We're able to do that in one night. Imagine you have a handful of those events with 2 handfuls of photo booth drop-offs, and maybe we sprinkle in some photo booth pickups. Like, I'm telling you guys, man, we're going to continue the show here. I got to get the comments, but if you're just tuning in, we're talking about all of the ways to make money with your photo booth rental business. And I love the fact that this is taking long because you guys have a lot of questions, and that's my favorite part about going live. But let's get to the rest of these questions before we move on. Any insights on biz insurance? State Farm is getting a little bit too expensive. Are we talking liability insurance? There's lots of types of insurances, but if we're talking liability, Hiscox and Next. Those are the 2 places I'd recommend. Roughly, you're going to be spending about $35 a month. And I don't think that's expensive. I don't know how much State Farm's charging you, but most people are paying around that price. Unknown user, and went amazing. He did a fantastic job. Who was it? If you don't mind sharing. I love hearing you guys working together. Great Moblaze. Bark leads are looking for the lowest rate. Not that leads we are targeting. Love that. Yeah, look. I don't know, man. A lot of these companies, maybe even if the leads are real, think about this. They're not going to just give one person one lead. They're giving it's like, I think it's up to like multiple people. And why, instead of giving our money to a company that's generating leads for us, why don't we maybe spend our own money and generate our own leads? So we're the only ones benefiting from the money that we're spending, right? So I mean, look, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. That would be the cheapest way to get into ads. If you want the best client for your money, Google ad, but you need a website for that. Yeah. His name is Mark. His company is New Creation Photo Booth. Man, I love that. I love that. Okay, so let's keep going. Other ways to make money with your photo booth. Your equipment. Rent it out to other photo booth owners. Nobody's doing this but me. I don't know many of, I might be the only person out here doing that. You guys, I have some months where I'm making thousands of dollars by renting out my extra gear. Printer, I'll rent it out. I'll rent out my photo booth. If someone just needs an iPad, I'll do it. But it's easy for me because I have a big network. I chop it up with everyone. I'm trying to make friends with everyone. And I know I have Photo Booth 101, so it makes it a little bit easier. But it's the easiest thing. You know, look, if you just want to start calling other photo booth companies that are local to you, right? Maybe you don't have a photo booth for me. Maybe you don't have the group chats to make this happen. Call 10 companies. Hey, Drew here with Drew's Photo Booth. Love what you're doing. You know, just followed you on Instagram. So, you know, I'm seeing what you're doing. And just let you know, if you ever get double bookings and you don't want to turn the job down, I actually do rent my gear out, and it's going to be obviously a lot cheaper for you because you need to make money. But whatever you need, printer, backdrops, props, whatever, like just let me know and we can work it out. You're just planting seeds. That's all we're doing. A lot of network is just seed here, seed here, seed here, seed here, right? And then, you know, sooner or later, maybe 80% of those seeds pass, but maybe 20% of them turn into trees. And they turn into trees, instead of leaves, you have money. That's all it is. But some people don't want to plant any seeds. But plant them. I'm telling you, plant those seeds. Photo booth St. John's, I've called Hiscox multiple times with no luck for dropping off. Has it changed? Might have. Definitely might have. If you're not finding luck, call Hiscox. Maybe call a few other agents. It's tricky with insurance because a lot of these agents will basically not know what to classify you. And if they are not quite sure, it's easier to just say we don't cover that than it is to be like, well, let me figure it out and you'll be the first type. So, John, what's up, John? Good to see you, John. Randy G Music here in Atlanta. I pay $31 per month for my DJ service and my photo booths. Easy write-off. That's yeah, 31 bucks is good. I think we pay about 35 a month, but we're here in LA. Probably when we move to North Carolina, it'd probably be a lot cheaper, just like everything. But I'm not losing sleep about it. Look, insurance should be a write-off. That's a cost that it costs you to do business. So other ways to make money, my friends, is permanent installs. Personal installs, you guys. Personal installs. Permanent installs. Man, I stuttered there. Permanent install is where you get your photo booth and you leave it long-term in the business. It could be literally all day, all night if they need to use it. iPad photo booth needs to be that option. But a business is basically renting it from you. And if it's for the whole month, it's at a discount because it's there. Permanent install isn't a photo booth that the business will have like an event. So don't treat it like an event photo booth. You need to market it as a marketing machine. That it's a photo booth where people can take a photo at the restaurant, barbershop, beauty salon, nightclub, and it's free. So if I'm at a nightclub, I use the photo booth, I put my phone number in to get my photo. Then that phone number gets saved on the back end, and then the business uses that phone number to get that person to come back at to the club. So think about this. You know, there was a time I had a handful of permanent installs. One of my favorite one was at a hookah bar. And then I'd go check up on my photo booth and smoke hookah for an hour or two. But what I'm saying is this.
You're not really one for the spotlight.
If the more you know how your photo booth can help in a certain situation, the more odds you're going to be able to make money. And what I love about the permanent install is it's the most passive rental you'll have in the span of how much effort it takes to get it there, and then how long it's there and how much like less it takes. But like you can really scale your business. And the way we do it here is it's 6 months is the minimum. So they can have a 1 month trial. Then once they want to sign up, they have to agree on a 6 month lease. If they want to lock it in for a year, it's just like with a rental property. You book it longer, we'll give you cheaper monthly rates. It'll be cheaper. So the more they commit to you, the more guaranteed money you have coming in. Yes, maybe the less you make, but it's more guaranteed. You could do month to month, but your prices should be higher. How you do it is, what I like to do is I'll like to go to these businesses, not like actually go there, but basically just say, hey, I think our photo booth would be great for marketing. You can pitch it to them. You could say, but like, let me give it to you for free. Let's just do one day, maybe a Friday. We come by, we set it up, and you'll see the results you'll get. At the end of the day, if you know, depending on how much foot traffic we have, we could have 20 or 40 phone numbers of customers, and a smart business owner will understand that that's great. Think about this, you guys. When you go to like a boba shop or a coffee shop, you go to pay, they ask you for a phone number to get points. They're not giving you points or free things just because they love you. They don't. They want your phone number because they're going to utilize that to get you to come back. They don't care about the little discount or anything or giving you anything. They want you to come back. And a photo booth is a way to get that phone number without giving out any freebies, any discounts, no loyalty points. So, yeah. Laura, business policy categorized as AV rentals. There you go. There you go. Love that. Yeah, Laura knows her stuff, you guys. This is through Next. Love it. When are you moving to North Carolina? End of next year. What's up, Momo? What's up? What's up? So what else? Other ways to make money as a photo booth owner. PBLA had this idea. I've never done it. I think he said he's done it once, where you can actually do a rental where people just pay for the software, not the actual hardware. Which this idea has been in the back of my head ever since he told me about it. But imagine this, you guys. You start a photo booth company where people use their own phone, people use their own iPad, and all you send them is a link to log into the software to where the template's there, and that's all they have to do. It's like basically selling the software. Yeah, I love that idea. Can you get into numbers for permanent rental monthly? Absolutely. On minimum, we're charging, I don't do it anymore. I don't do the permanent installs. I just don't focus on it. But one time anywhere on minimum, you should be doing about no less than 1,000 to 1,500. That's like bare minimum. And, you know, if you break it down, like if you really want to make it sound affordable, I don't recommend you say $1,000 a month, right? Because that's like, oh, that's $1,000. But if you break it down daily, what are we talking about? I don't know. Can someone do the math here? It's not even $10 a day, is it? No, wait. It is. It's more than $10 a day. God, sorry, guys. I'm not good. I'm not good with, like, math off of the top. So what would we do? 1,000 divided, let's just say 30 days. $33 a month, you guys. 30, yeah. So you could say, hey, for about $30 a month, $30 a day, we can have this photo booth in your business, where typically when we're getting hired for events to bring a photo booth for one day, our minimum is $400. You're getting it for 30. So you could break it down like that. And again, I'm big on let me prove myself before I lock you into this contract. And if you don't have, if you don't have a Friday taken, you have an opening, why not try it out at a business? Give it to them for free. Right? And even take it up a notch. Let's just say you're providing the permanent install for businesses. You can even start low-key like a marketing agency, where for an additional $500 a month, we will send out mass text messages to everyone that uses the booth. We'll email everyone that uses a booth, and twice a month we can change up the offer. Easiest money you can make. We had a place where I was doing that. Nightclubs are great. Restaurants are really good, especially when there's a lot of people going into those restaurants. There's just so many other ways you guys can make money, man. You can go upwards of $3,000. It just depends on the level of what they want. Are they wanting you to make templates different every weekend for holidays? Are they wanting you to come in to check in? Like the most we've done is I think it was 3,000 for the permanent install. But I've had a spot where it's $1,000 a month. It all depends. But here's my thing. If I can lock them into a 6-month contract at the low end, that's $6,000. And how am I coaching these people? This is what we do. I have a video I made. Drew here. This is how you set up the photo booth in the morning. Make sure it's plugged in. If it's plugged in already, unplug it, plug it back in. The iPad will turn on. Once the iPad's on, you click the software button. You find the event, you launch it. Do a test photo. Make sure that the internet's there. All right, perfect. All right, it's on. Now I'm going to show you a separate video how to turn it off. Turn off the ring light. You go to general on the settings, you put shut off iPad. Now the photo booth is off. It's super easy, super easy. All right, John is saying, I've been hearing I should text my contacts in my phone. Where should the script be? What exactly are you mean? What do you mean? What? Man, I don't know what's up with TikTok. There's so many like trolls and fake accounts on this. I don't know what is up with what's up with the YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I forgot where I was. YouTube, there's so many trolls and fake accounts here. Yeah. So my appointment 6:15. All right, guys, I have just 10 more minutes here with you, probably less. About 8 more minutes here with you guys. Let me know any questions. Perfect timing too, by the way, because I'm trying to think of any other way to make money with the photo booth business. White labeling, we talked about it. Drop off, pickup, photo booth attendant. Again, the drop off could be prints as well. Virtual PBLA's advice, virtual booth with permanent install. Yep, that's a good one too. But the software one, virtual photo booth. I think that's what we can call it, right? PBLA, virtual booth. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Trading cards. I almost forgot. Trading card photo booth, where you know, I'm not going to dive into this, but you can set up your photo booth to where you're making a trading card, a physical trading card where people can take. Let me grab one. This can be for sports teams. This can be for trading card conventions, Pokemon, freaking geek, where the geeks meet up. What is it called? Something Comic-Con. But like, you can have your photo booth print out a little fake trading card, glue it together, you put it in here. That's a premium service. I just quoted an event for 2 hours. I charged them, I gave them a discount, $3,000. I'm probably spending maybe $350 total on this. So my takeaway pay will be a little over $2,500. So it's all in knowing what your booth can do, you know, knowing where your booth makes sense. Glam, so you could do video booths, you could do boomerang, you can literally like classify your photo booth as like 1,000 different things. And you'll be surprised how many people are actually typing in video confessional booth, or people looking for, you know, a glam photo booth, and they're actively looking for it. So like, if you're not promoting these extras, you're not going to get the leads. So what should the script say to my contacts I'm trying to sell my booths? Like, physically sell them or rent them out? What should the script be? I'm not quite sure I know what you mean. Sorry. Hi from Australia. I just dropped in since you were live. Am I able to rewatch this later after work? Absolutely. So you know what? I only do this while I'm live. If there's anybody here that doesn't have contracts for their photo booth business, we sell contracts drawn up by myself plus an attorney, 10 plus years of photo boothing in those contracts. If you don't have them and you want a discount, let me know. This is just a deal I'm going to do for 5 minutes before I hop off here. We normally sell them for $200, but I will lower the price down to just $85. Special price. If you want it, just put the word contracts and I'll make them available on my website. Just let me know. Just put contracts. It's you. But if you guys are not, if you're watching this and I'm not live, you have to catch me when I'm live. So trust me, I had someone today that bought them at the $200 price point, you guys. Yeah. Rent. Okay, so I'm confused here. Is that your comment or his comment? What should the script say to my contacts trying to rent my booths? What contacts are we talking about? Like, from the people that actually use the photo booth, or if you're trying to network with others? So let me know, guys, if you want the contracts, put the word contracts. Literally, I can talk about contracts all day. I think everyone needs to have agreements, and I hate calling them contracts. A more friendly / less intimidating word to call them are agreements. And that's exactly what it is an agreement between you and the people that you're providing service. I know some people that were like, you know what, my first event's going to be a free one. I don't need contracts. And that's when I laugh and I respond, you need a contract even more for a free event. Yeah. But scripts, well, someone was talking about scripts. It depends. It depends on exactly what we're trying to accomplish, you know? Man, how long have we been live? 45 minutes? We got 32 people in the chat, which I don't trust that it's actually 32 people. I think it's a lot less. More, we have a lot of bots in here. And I don't think I don't know, man. TikTok we don't have this problem on TikTok. So let me know if you guys have any questions, any comments. We have a few more minutes here. Anything you think I didn't talk about? I think we pretty much went over every single way to make money with your photo booth that I know of. Shoot, you can even use your photo booth to help you lock in other services. You know, if you're a DJ and let's just say you're charging an arm and a leg here. Let's just say you're a DJ, right? And you're trying to push this one client to get your top tier package where you're making $3,500 on the night. Yeah, you're offering everything, but let's just say you want to lock it in. Well, instead of lowering your price, just give them the photo booth for free. And I know a lot of photo booth owners here are like, bro, Drew, like that's the most annoying things ever, right? Like why would you tell somebody to do it for free? Let's just be honest. If you had a business where you're making roughly 35 grand, why wouldn't you offer a photo booth for free? You know what I mean? I'm still here listening, unknown user. Appreciate you. Rent out the backdrops. Yeah, right. I did miss that. You're right. So we sell these beautiful backdrops here, Photo Booth 101 backdrops, and these are the backdrops we provide for the rental, but we also rent them out solo. There's a lot of times where someone may want this wooden backdrop. Maybe they're having like a Western themed party and they want a wood with lights backdrop, but maybe they don't want to spend $500 on someone to bring a big giant plank of wood and actual lights that have to plug up. So like we rent our backdrops out all the time and I don't mind it. I didn't mean to do this, but by having these beautiful backdrops, we unknowingly started another rental business, which is a good thing to have. Can I PM follow you on IG? Yeah, you can message me on Instagram. But like, again, guys, like only time I'm here helping people for free on this is when I'm live. I literally don't have the time and I'm unable to help everyone unless you're a Photo Booth 101 customer. If you bought your stuff from me, definitely we can make the time. Obviously we've been paid to do it, but like just in general, like it's unfortunate. I just can't help everyone. I wish I could. And that's kind of why I go live. So like if I go live and you catch me, if you have questions, absolutely. But if you're a Photo Booth 101 customer, you don't even have to ask that question or you don't even need to hear that. You guys already know. So yeah, I think we're going to wrap up the live here. What a freaking banger one. This one was great. I absolutely like spending time with you guys. It's like hanging out with my friends. So shout out to all you guys. And I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything on this one. I think we freaking knocked it out of the park. But before I go, I have a few minutes. I literally have 2 minutes here, actually. Let's play a game. I am going to ask a question, and this is only valid for my people in the United States, minus Hawaii, minus Alaska. If you win, I will give you a free prop. I'll send you a free prop, and I'm shipping out all of the winners tomorrow. We're gonna do the coin flip game. So I'm gonna ask a question. If you get it right, you get to play. But in order to play, you have to put the word John Q in the comments. The word John Q in the comments if you want to play. That's your entry to play. If you don't, John, God bless you. God bless you too, my friend. PBLA, thanks, Drew. Always great info. Appreciate you, appreciate you. All right, unknown user, Street Finds. We got George. Shout out to George. John Q with the word John Q. You guys, 30 more seconds because I really got to go. We're going to play this really, really quick. All right, salute your shorts, your snorts. Hey, how's it going? Hey. Come in, come in. Hi. Hi. So just give me like 1 minute. We're going to... John Q. Okay, really quick, guys. The question here is... Denzel Washington, the movie where he said King Kong doesn't have anything on him. What's the name of that movie? You know it? Okay. This is the last part of the live, too. He's raising his head. Training Day. Okay, George got it. George got it. Okay, George, I need you to pick heads or tails. We're going to flip the coin to see if you win. If you win, you get one free prop. If you don't, you don't. Last time we flipped, George, it was heads. So, George, we going heads or we going tails? You got 10 seconds, George. Heads. Okay, we're flipping it. Let's see. It's tails. All right, guys. I got to get going. We'll have a meeting really quick, so I'll see you guys on the next live. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I know a lot of you guys watching, you're not subscribed, so subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
You see? You see?
It's training day.
Yeah.
You knew immediately.